Welcome back, everyone. Tonight, I want to take you to a place hidden deep within Morocco's Middle Atlas Mountains, a town known for its beauty, waterfalls, and endless forests. But behind the postcard views lies a secret that turned one man's summer vacation into a nightmare that almost killed him. This is the true story of what happened in Morocco. It was the summer of 1970. A 17-year-old boy traveled with his parents to spend the holidays in this quiet mountain town. Every day, he would wander along the streams and valleys, fascinated by the nature around him. But there was one small mountain that always caught his eye. It wasn't tall, but whenever he came near it, he felt different. A strange pull. A warning. Still, his curiosity was stronger than his fear. One afternoon, he finally decided to climb it. As he walked toward the mountain, he noticed something unusual. A group of children, about 11 of them, standing in a circle around something on the ground. At first glance, they looked like ordinary kids, but as he got closer, he realized something was wrong. They were too quiet. Too still. Their faces showed no emotion at all, no laughter, no fear, nothing. Blank. Empty. He asked who they were, but they didn't answer. Then one of them, in perfect French, said, "We are not from far away. We didn't come from a distant place." The boy froze. How could children in a remote Moroccan village speak like that? And why did they all look the same? Their clothes were clean and modern, nothing like what rural children wore in 1970. They were like copies of one another. One of the children suddenly picked up a large stone. With a grin, he hurled it high into the sky. It shot upward like a rocket, leaving behind a trail of smoke before vanishing into the clouds. The boy tried to imitate him, but his stone barely rose before falling back down. The children stared at him in silence, their identical eyes fixed on him. Fear crept into his chest. He wanted to run, but the children urged him to stay, to walk with them. He refused and pushed on up the mountain alone. But the higher he climbed, the heavier the air felt. A strange force pressed against him, and then, clear as day, he heard a whisper in his ear. "Leave! We can't bear you anymore, go!" Terrified, he rushed back down the slope, but when he reached the spot where the children had been, they were gone. Completely vanished. The place was open for miles, yet not a single trace remained, only a few feathers and strange marks on the ground, as if some ritual had taken place there. That night, he returned home shaken. He told his younger brother about what he saw. The next day, they both went back to the mountain. But as soon as his brother reached the spot, he froze. His face turned pale, his body trembled uncontrollably. He begged to leave, crying that something was watching him. Soon after, the boy fell gravely ill. High fevers. Bleeding. Pain no doctor could explain. Months passed in hospitals, and his life hung by a thread. When he finally began to recover, locals whispered the same warning: the mountain was cursed. People spoke of rocks falling from nowhere, of strange figures appearing and disappearing without a trace. Years later, the boy grew into a man. He became successful, traveled the world, and tried to forget that summer. Eventually, he told his story to a French writer, who documented it in a book about Morocco's most mysterious encounters. To this day, no one knows who those children were, or what they wanted. Were they spirits? Djinn? Something not of this world? So I'll leave you with this question: if you ever find yourself wandering through the forests of Morocco, and you see a group of children staring silently at you with identical faces, will you stay and follow them? Or will you run before they, whisper in your ear?